What's up everybody, this is Justin, back again from Carter Living. Hey, so I wanted to do a quick first impression video. I purchased a new pair of trimmers about a week ago and I've yet to use them, and I wanted to see how they stand up against my Andis. So, you know, as everyone knows, Andis has kind of controlled the market of trimmers and really clippers for quite some time now. But shout out to Bevel, shout out to the fellas over there that have come up with, from what I've heard, is a good product. I want to give a shot for myself. So let's see how it stands up against the Andis, the proven, the most popular. Let's see what the bevel blade can do against Andis. So first thing is the sound. That's probably the first thing I've noticed once you turn these on. These look beautiful, but once you turn these on, they are very loud. So let's see how these stand up noise-wise to my Andis. So here is the bevel blade. Let's listen to how it sounds. Pretty loud, guys. All right. And then let's listen to Andis. So these are definitely more of a deeper hum. So these sound a lot cheaper. You know, these sound like, you know, the $20 or $30 trimmer, you know, that comes in a whole set for, you know, just trimming kits and things like that. And Norelco, I think, is a manufacturer of those. But this doesn't sound like a $200 trimmer. So we'll do the left side will be with the bevel, and we'll do the right side will be with the Andis. So let's give the bevel a try first. Wow. After using this, they definitely cut close. And I mean, very, very close cut. I think I actually cut myself quite a bit. That's not the fault of the trimmer at all. That's just more or less me not being used to these. So, first impression, these cut a lot closer, not just in the blade, you know, in the blade length, but it's kind of hard to describe. So you cut, you don't have to, like, so Andis, if this makes sense, you can see where the bevel comes out further here than the Andis. You see the Andis, and then you got the bevel, right? So you have to position the bevel back further when you're making contact. Your Andis, you come a lot closer with your hand and positioning when you're actually doing your cut. Where your bevel, because the blade protrudes out further, you don't need to come as close. So I think that's the difference that I've immediately noticed, and, you know, just feeling a little weird and not being as accurate with, you know, for myself. But like I said, I think these actually, and I zero gap them, they cut a lot closer than my zero gap Andis. So let me do my Andis. Let's use the Andis on the right side. All right, so I just shaved my right side with the Andis. Now, what I first must say is I'm more comfortable cutting with the Andis than I am cutting with the bevel blade. Of course, you'll get used to it after using it, you know, a considerable amount of time. I mean, I've had this thing for a few years now, so obviously I've gotten more comfortable and done quite a bit more cutting with the Andis, than I have with the bevel blade. And the bevel blade is, so this is a positive for the bevel. So as I'm sure you all know, it's as simple as popping off the blade right here, and you swivel this here to change the blade distance. So I can just turn it and bring it all the way to the top, or I can bring it down. So I would probably bring this down a little bit because these are extremely sharp and probably more closer to the edge than I need it to be. I feel like there's more risk cutting with this bevel just because it's so sharp. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing that I can just simply pop this off, bring it down a little bit, pop it back on, and get the cutting. Where with the Andis, of course, I need to take a screwdriver to remove these screws and do all types of measuring and sizing up and then tightening it back down. So much quicker and much simpler to use this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just line the rest of my hair up. So I'm going to finish cutting my facial hair. I'm going to trim my goatee up, trim my mustache, do a quick lineup completely with the bevel blade now. And I'm going to let you know how I like it. First impression. All right, so I just finished the cut. And I mean, this was kind of hard. And I definitely, before I do a formal review, I definitely want to cut quite some time with them. So I think, after a month in cutting, because I normally cut myself about once a week. So I think after about 4 to 5 cuts, I should be able to have a fair assessment of this. My first, not complaint, but one of my first impressions was how different and unique it feels in my hand. So I think that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing in that it's bringing something different to the market. Bad thing in that I'm not familiar with it. And so getting used and adjusted to the way it cuts, the way it feels, the way to kind of handle with doing the cutting. So that is that. I actually had to go in and do some cleanup work with my Andis, which is not something, it's not a good thing. Like I said, I don't know if it's just the comfortability that I have with it and just not knowing how to cut really well with them, or for me, I felt like I got a lot done quicker with my Andis and just doing my lineup. Facial stuff, this was really well. But once I actually started to line up with the clippers, with the trimmers themselves, I felt like I had to go over quite a few times just to get a nice, solid, clean cut. I feel like the Andis kind of just cut through. They hit harder, in my opinion. These are 0 gap, so there's no way that I can make them sharper than they are, and they are sharp. Like I said, I felt like I've probably cut myself quite a bit. We'll see once I clean my face how much it burns. But overall, I give these, they're good. My first impressions is they are not worth $200. But we'll see. Like I said, I think after getting used to them, I'm going to be traveling tomorrow for quite a few days. I'm going to bring these along with me as, to be forced to actually use them. I think once I get used to them and know how to cut with them, results could be better. But yeah, so that's my first impression. They're pretty good clippers. Would I spend another $200 on them? No, I would rather get a million Andis T outliners or outliner 2s. I have outliner 2s. So initial impressions, I wouldn't buy them again, but hang on tight. I want to do a full review after I've gotten some time in actually cutting them. But yeah, so this is my quick review. I'm not a professional barber. I'm an amateur in every sense of the word. I've only been cutting my hair for probably probably about 2 years. So I'm not professional, have never went to barber school, only self-taught, YouTube taught. So, take my opinion with a grain of salt. Again, this is an amateur opinion. Professionals might have something different to say that cut hair all day, every day long. But yeah, so this is just my review. Give this video a thumbs up if this helped you in making that decision to purchase. And as always, feel free to hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button. I appreciate you for tuning into Carter Living. My name is Justin. You've tuned into the right place. I'll see you in the next video.